Episode 40. We are here.
What's
About
going
time we
on?
make this happen.
Going on, people? As you can see, Alex not here. He had to work. Well, we told him to
Shout out,
call off, but shout out to Alex. He'll be here
shout out
next
to the Go
episode.
Alex. One love, criminal.
Got my boy Tonio and Becks in here. Finna chop it up.
Sir,
Very
Let's
fam.
get it
Yes,
going.
sir.
Sir.
Very special,
Yep.
very special episode.
Make sure I hit that subscribe button. You already know.
Yes, sir, bro.
Let's get it
Told you I
going.
was gonna pop up, so let's get to
All
it.
right.
Get it going.
So-
Start it out, Dre.
First and foremost, we're gonna start with Tonio's team,
Oh,
The
yeah,
L-
let's go.
Lakers. The LA Lakers. Last night they got a win against the Knicks. To be one of the worst wins, But how you feel about it, Tonio?
I mean, me and Bex had this conversation before, because based on fit from the start, I had hopes that it would work out with the best way that it possibly could. But based on fit, bro, we don't fit. We never fit. Like our roster was never put together to get the best out of each player that we have. I do also believe that if healthy, when it comes playoff time, it's going to be hard to beat us unless you're Phoenix. I'm not going to lie to you, because the NBA right now is so equal, in my opinion. So with us, it's about health. And Bex and I also had this conversation. What can we get for Russell Westbrook? Can we really trade him? I don't know, bro. I think he has no value in the market, bro. I don't think we're gonna get anything back.
Nah, his trade value is like it's terrible. It's terrible.
That's what I'm saying. So what can we get back for Russ? Because is it gonna work when it matters? I don't think so. But LeBron and Russ do the same thing. They both need the exact same thing, and they both can't max out who they are if they're on the court at the same time. So unless Russ decides to become like a 6-man or something, it's going to be a problem. But also, if we're healthy when it matters, it's going to be hard to beat us 4 times in a row, including Golden State, because I don't know what that looks like when it matters.
I would say this, like, from the beginning of the season. I mean, I already knew that it was going to be a weird fit, especially with Russ and LeBron and AD. But I wanted to give the benefit of the doubt and see if they can make it work. But
Me too. Yeah.
way it's looking, it's like up and down. So it's like, I wish they should have went ahead and got Buddy Hield.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he would have been a way better fit because better
Yeah,
shooter.
I wanted Lonzo. I wanted Buddy Hield and I wanted Lonzo. I wanted us to keep Caruso because I thought Caruso was so important for us off the bench, especially defensively, guarding some of the best perimeter players on the opposing team. Losing that fire off the bench really hurt my squad, bro. So, yeah, man.
But yeah, I think I told Jeremy this the other day, but I do think that 20 to 21 squad was better than this year's squad. If you think about
last
it.
year or championship squad?
Last year. If you think about it, because last year you guys were number 1 in defense and you guys had more options. If you think about it.
Right.
Now, fully healthy, we know that if fully healthy, we knew that the Phoenix Suns was not beating you guys. Fully healthy.
Know.
Yeah.
I don't know that even right now as a diehard Laker fan. I don't know that, bro. I don't know that. I really don't. I think the Phoenix Suns made crazy adjustments towards, even though AD did get hurt and everything, they didn't make great adjustments defensively after the first 2 to 3 games. And even this year is proving it. They just keep getting better. They're extremely well coached. I think last year, Monty Williams needed to go through those finals to get basically out-coached towards the end of those finals, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Not making the right adjustments to put CP3 in the best position possible. So I think we were out-coached last year. And also, we weren't fully healthy. But even if we were, Andre Drummond and even Montrezl Harrell and everything, like, it was just weird.
That was just bad coaching, because there's no way you should, like, Montrezl Harrell should not, like, get no minutes. He should have been playing.
Plus, he won 6 Man of the Year like a couple years ago. So how do you go from winning that award to basically getting no playoff minutes? Like, you just sit on the bench, like.
Yep.
Like,
I think Trez. I've talked to Tonio about this before about Trez. Like when they first got him, like when the Lakers first got him, I was telling him, "Yo, Ibaka's a way better player than Trez." And the reason why is I think, because Trez. I think the problem with Trez in today's NBA, he has to play center, right? And he's like, what is he? 6'9"?
Yeah,
that like barely that. And so the problem is, for him to flourish in this NBA, I think he needs to play the 4 with like another, like a stretch 5. The problem is he gets abused defensively by all the best centers in the league. Like when they're posting him up, he just gets dogged. And so that's why you saw like when he came to the Wizards, he was starting the first half of the year, but then after a few games, he started getting torched by big centers. Then Thomas Bryant came back, and so like with Trez, I just feel bad for him because like
the Wizards got too many forwards.
Different era. I think he would have done better earlier in this decade. But
also, I think the Lakers should have went ahead and got Spencer Dinwiddie. I think he would have fit well with that team.
Especially he's not looking too good right now.
Playmaking
so bad right now, bro.
Like with playmaking, and he can get a bucket.
Right.
So I think he would have been a better.
Plus he's
another injury-prone guy, though. I don't think that was a good look for us if we would have gone after another guy that keeps getting injured too. So he hasn't looked that good lately too. But
he doesn't play back to back.
He
doesn't play back to backs this year. Yeah, he's coming off. Yeah,
ACL injury.
Yeah. So what is your?
Doesn't play well with other stars though. He only plays well when he's the number one option. Like I've noticed that because I was high on Dinwiddie like 2 years ago, but
with the Nets.
Dinwiddie's one of my favorite players, but yeah, that's probably the only thing. He's just not consistent enough, especially with playing games because he's always getting injured all the time. So
it's a rhythm thing too. It's his first year back from a tough injury. Not everybody's Kevin Durant, so let's see what he looks like next year, which is my fear with Jamal Murray and the Denver Nuggets. So
right.
Yeah. But what is your biggest takeaway from last night's game?
If healthy, we can get buckets. I mean, that's about it.
Here's what I told Dre also. But the Lakers cannot be playing catch up all the time. Cause in the first quarter, like I saw that they was down by like 20 in the first quarter. I'm like, they cannot be playing catch up every single game. They can
keep in mind though, Jeremy, Braun just came back off not playing a couple days too, so it takes a little bit of a rhythm thing. But I do hear you.
They can't playing catch up every single game because like it seems like the first quarter is probably like their worst quarter. Like every time I check the score, they're down 15, 20. I'm like, and all of a sudden,
third quarters.
Yeah. But I think their best bet is to bench Russ like when it's crunch time.
Plus, they benched him last night too. Plus, they benched him. And guess what? He played well. He played well. Yeah.
I also think maybe coaching as well. I think you're not putting everybody in their best positions possible. You know, all of this letting LeBron ISO and LeBron dictate everything that's going on. It works sometimes, but it's also our biggest weakness as well.
But he should though, because LeBron should be the primary ball handler and let Russ be the slasher and let him be the pick and roll man with him and AD. That's why I think it should happen.
Yeah, Russ played atrocious last night.
Because
y'all gotta be fair, bro. Y'all gotta be fair, bro. Because he's the only guy that gets destroyed. Steph is having a sus season too, bro.
That's
Russ.
Russ,
bro.
No, Russ cannot be your primary decision maker. You know that.
I agree with you. I agree with that. But my thing is, when he plays bad, he gets destroyed, bro. Then he has a couple of games where he shoots 50% from the field. Don't nobody talk about it, bro. Steph is shooting the worst he's ever shot probably since his rookie year. And just because, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later on down the line. But yeah, man, like Jeremy said, man, it just the Lakers always trying to play catch up all the time, and that's not gonna work all the time, especially when it comes playoff. Because you play against a Golden State, like that shit might not work.
I don't think Golden State. I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I don't think Golden State beats us, bro.
No, it's gonna be hard. I said it's gonna be hard to beat a tough, like a healthy Lakers team in 7 games. It's gonna be hard to beat, especially with Phoenix too, because I don't believe in Phoenix like that. I'm gonna hold you. I don't believe in them like that. I think Golden State played them in the conference finals. I got Golden State in 7. So
that's tough. Draymond is gonna have to go. It's gonna have to be in shape to guard DeAndre Ayton in 7 games.
But if Wiseman come back, then I think it's gonna be a better, even matchup because they're gonna have to.
Let's see how he fits. Because last year he looked kind of. Might have to trade him.
I don't know. I think they was kind of rushing him a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah,
I think it was kind of rushing him a little bit. I mean, he's a rookie. He gotta learn. So
right. But they'll be fine. Talk about Jason Tatum. I remember when.
Yeah.
most protected superstar, Jason Tatum.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about which young superstar that we think is protected by the media. Now, Tonio, he said Jason Tatum. Well, we gonna have to disagree because me and Jeremy, we think it's Luka.
You are out of your mind.
What?
You are bugging.
Really? You don't think Luka is protected? It's not protected.
Can I curse in this podcast? You are out of your goddamn mind, bro.
Really?
Can we curse on it?
Yeah.
Okay, curse, Antonio. Talk to him.
You out of your fucking mind, bro. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Hey, Becks, we not censored over here, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, we say what you gotta say.
That's why
bro. It's Luka, bro.
Why you say Tatum?
Yeah, why you think?
So I think Tatum. Me and Bex had this conversation too because I think him, Devin Booker, Zach LaVine, and Donovan Mitchell can all look each other in the eye. Now everybody holds Jason Tatum to the standard of he is the guaranteed future of this league. Blah 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 blah. Like he does so much, fam. The best thing he does is get buckets. He gets them inefficiently compared to Devin Booker, compared to Zach LaVine. I'm sorry, bro.
So you don't think they hold Luka to a higher standard? Like last year, they was claiming him MVP before these season even started.
Exactly.
And they should have. And this year,
why?
People are hit. Why do you mean why? You see what he's doing this year?
I feel you, but he basically doing the same thing from last year. They still in the same position last year.
Fam, the roster, bro. Does he have a Jaylen Brown by his side? And be fair with me right now. Does he have a Jaylen Brown by his side? Be honest, Bex. Be with me right here. Does he have a Jaylen Brown by his side?
No, but
does Jason Tatum take Paul George and Kawhi Leonard get 7 games last year? No, he doesn't, bro. No chance. He'd be lucky to get 1 dub on them dudes.
Who? Jason Tatum?
Yes.
Well, him and Jaylen Brown? You think they get?
No, they weren't healthy though. I think he's talking about like because Jaylen was out for the first round against the Nets last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No,
remember
even
that?
Even if they were healthy, bro, they don't take 2 games off Luka and Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, bro.
That's debatable.
But
that's debatable.
I think they beat the Mavs though.
Yeah.
Who beats the Mavs?
I think the Celtics would beat the Mavs though.
Yeah,
you're crazy.
Yeah.
Why?
Like
they're a bad matchup, bro.
Not too long ago, Tatum and
they
Brown
can't defend.
Tatum and Brown went to the conference finals. Like not too long, like the year before last, as him as the main star. So
I mean, relax on main star. When was it? Was it when he was 19? Are you talking about when he was 19?
In 2020, he went to the bubble. Yes.
Because I mean, everybody talks about my Lakers with the bubble. Be fair with everything else too.
No,
my Lakers are fakers for winning a ring.
I'm not. I don't. Nah, a ring is a ring, but that's what them Cavs that's mad because the Lakers beat their favorite team. So
we gotta stop.
We gotta stop that shit.
So my take on what you guys are saying, him being overprotected, he's putting up the numbers so people can put him wherever the hell they want. Jason Tatum is not putting better numbers up than Zach LaVine or Devin Booker. They just hold him to a higher standard, and only because he dunked on LeBron James when he was 19.
He was putting up better numbers than Devin Booker.
Yeah,
Devin Booker's like putting up 23.
Like, yeah.
Devin Booker's putting up.
Tatum's
what's the shooting percentage though?
I'm not a stats guy. I don't go. I don't do. You know how I am, bro. I don't do.
Jason Tatum is shooting as bad as.
Because look at
I'll let you know that for sure. He's shooting as bad from 3 as well. So my point is this. If Zach LaVine shoots 49%, and he's shooting almost 40 from 3, both of you are bucket getters. The only difference between the two is that Jason Tatum had the opportunity to prove it in the playoffs, which Zach LaVine is going to do this year.
I think he can. I think he got a chance.
I think so. Yeah.
But yeah, Zach LaVine. Yeah, I agree with you. Zach LaVine is on the same level as Jason Tatum. I've been saying.
Devin Booker isn't?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to hang up this goddamn podcast.
No, he was like that. No, Devin Booker was like that when that boy dropped 70 points. I was like, that boy gonna be something special.
That 70 point was disgusting, but yeah.
Yeah, it was tough that they lost, but
No, it was tough that they were fouling towards the end of the game so he could get the 70 points.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't a 70 within the flow of the game, you know?
I see him in that game. Like, they kept on fouling him. I'm like, they want to be 70. I already know it.
Yeah, bro. Please get 70.
But that was tough, though. But I saw that game. That was crazy. Yeah. But, yeah, and Donovan Mitchell, too. Like, I think Donovan Mitchell is probably going to be better out of all of them, in my opinion.
Man, that's debatable, too. Yeah.
I don't know.
Unless he get the right team around him.
Around who?
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell already maxed. As the number one, he's already going to max out who he is. Donovan Mitchell's not going to get you a championship no matter who you put around him. No disrespect to Donovan Mitchell, though.
Really?
I'm
going to be honest, though, last year.
Rudy Gobert has been the kryptonite to him because playoff time, there's so many playoff series they've been forced to bench him. Like, they've been forced to bench, like, Rudy. And, like, look at the Clippers last year. Look what they did to the Jazz without Kawhi, playing a small lineup, dunking on Gobert like he's Terrence not even close to a defensive player of the year. Yeah. So I think and that's been going on since his first year making the playoffs. You remember when the Jazz, remember they played Houston in one series and Houston completely took advantage of Gobert on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
And so like in this NBA, Gobert is such a liability because he can't shoot when it comes to playoff time. So I think if you trade him, for example, like we're trying to get him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're trying to get him. If you trade him to the Heat and we have to give up it's on. We're winning the chip.
But be fair, Becks. Be fair for one thing though. The what Rudy said a couple of days ago was facts though. Nobody.
Have you not called Utah frauds though? Have you not called Utah frauds for y'all?
Yes,
Utah.
I have.
No, but Utah in general.
Of course, because hear me out. But be fair on both ends. Just the way that Rudy Gobert is a liability, quote unquote, offensively because he doesn't even get a bucket on his own.
Right.
Donovan Mitchell's liability defensively because everybody gets past this dude, and then Rudy has to come up and help. And I hate Big Rude just like anybody on this planet.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Joe Ingles can't move. Okay. Mike Conley, he's getting older. He can't really move either defensively as well. And then Donovan Mitchell can't guard a chair. Like it's also a matter of who you have around him. But I think
they got a good team.
But if you put him on Miami, that's what I'm trying to get at because we already have the defensive culture there. So
he's not a number one in Miami though.
Well,
why couldn't he be? Jimmy's unselfish. Jimmy will score 4 points and we win, and he's cool. Like,
and that's
no. But number one doesn't mean get most points. Magic Johnson was a number one.
I'm just saying they'll take turns, bro. I don't think it's as big an issue as you think because I don't think the ego between Jimmy and Donovan Mitchell will be there. I don't think they'll have a struggle.
What I mean is being the best player. Jimmy Butler would be the best player in Miami, in my personal opinion.
But there's some nights I think Mitchell could be the best player
if
he has it going. For example, he
just like Manu Ginobili.
There's so many fourth quarters that Mitchell takes over, and there's so many games like I've noticed this with Mitchell. Even with like guys like LeBron, Kawhi, like there are games when he shows up in the fourth quarter, he looks just as good, if not better, than all those guys. You know, so I don't think he really has had the team to show his.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I think that Donovan Mitchell has been a top 6, maybe 6 or 7, maybe even lower playoff performer in the last 3 years. So my top 7 playoff performers in the last couple of years have been LeBron, Kawhi, KD, 1, 2, 3. I don't care how you rank them. They have been to me the best. I also think Jokic has been a demigod in the playoffs. He just hasn't, really have the squad.
For sure.
Giannis dropped 50 in a closeout game. So even though I think him getting destroyed in the bubble and everything, you got to put him in there. And then you got to put Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray and Steph and them dudes. But that's my list, basically.
Not a bad list. No. But I will say, like, but yeah, like Beck said, you put the right team around Donovan Mitchell, I think he can like get.
What's his right team, Bex? What's the right team, Drew?
If you get get him like a center, like they can actually score, not Rudy Gobert, like who can just
get points like off lives and everything like that.
A Carl Towns type player. And
if you get a Carl Towns type player, man.
If you trade D'Lo for Mitchell right now, Wolves winning the chip.
No way.
We not. We not. I ain't
No
say we
way.
not winning.
I think so.
Not-
I think so.
not
No
winning.
I
way.
think so. Because listen.
have
I'll be
more-
honest.
have more
Okay, so what's been the problem with the Wolves? The leadership. They tried to make Cat the leader throughout the years. He's not a leader, right? So
No.
Anthony Edwards comes in. He gives that team more toughness. You add in another leader because Mitchell's a leader. Mitchell, we
have-
see him in huddles. He's always talking to his teammates, pumping them up. I think he's a perfect fit, not only game wise but leadership wise. So I think that's
the problem with us with the Wolves is that we don't have an identity.
Y'all
don't
will
know-
get destroyed defensively.
we don't
Realistically.
even we are as a team because like to be honest, it's like we just running around just playing basketball like AAU type shit.
It's coaching. Y'all need better coaching.
But it's also a new team, bro. Like,
right.
you know, because D'Lo came last year. He's been hurt for the majority of the time. You just drafted Edwards, you know, and then the rest of these guys are new. Like, I really like Vanderbilt. Like, I really like the Wolves. I'm not even gonna lie. This year, they're legit. I don't want to play them in the first round. They could be anybody. Anthony Edwards is that good.
Yeah, he is.
I do.
Sure. But I would say in the next 35 years, we're gonna be one of the best teams.
When?
I'm with you.
I can agree with that. Sure.
I would say in the next 3 years. Yeah.
Y'all better play. Y'all get better coaching. If not, one of these.
I think they could be top 4 in the West easy. Easy, bro. Do you see the roster?
If everybody's healthy, no.
If they're healthy, yes.
If everybody's healthy
and they're healthy, yes.
No.
If all that, come on, bro.
New coach, they got to get new coaching. I don't like the way they play basketball, bro.
Yeah, but I agree with their roster though.
But they're a young team, so I mean,
great.
Right? Yeah, one of the best young cores.
I've seen that with Oklahoma too.
Vanderbilt's one of the best like Swiss Army knife fours that nobody talks about. You know, in the league.
Listen,
he's
they got
a Draymond type. You know, that's what I'm trying to get at. They have every piece.
They have the roster, but they're missing the most important thing, which is coaching. I saw it with Oklahoma City when they had the worst coach in NBA history. Scott.
Yeah, I know.
That's tough.
But still, you could still go far with Scotty. Like they still went to like a finals with Scott Brooks. Like, you know what I mean? Like
they're the most talented team in our lifetime.
Yeah, I think this Wolves team is more talented than you're giving it credit for.
I thought you were going to say more than the
Bro,
Thunder.
Anthony Edwards has the potential to be a top 5, if not best player in the league. Like, he has that potential in him. I'm not saying he is going to be that, but he has that. Look at him. Look at his attitude. Look, he was, bro, a few nights ago against Jimmy. All the top dogs, he ain't scared of him. He's going at
I know that.
Yeah. He ain't scared of Jimmy.
He ain't scared of nobody, bro.
Best in the league.
Jimmy tried
crazy,
to. Because
Anthony Edwards, what is he putting up? He's averaging like 23
24.
off of rawness. Off of rawness. He's not even like polished yet.
Yeah.
Like, I know that.
And that's scary though, bro. And that's scary though.
Yeah. He's a dog.
Bro,
I want to ask Tonio and Becks, what you guys think about the Grizzlies? You think they got a chance to compete? Go far in the West, or are they gonna be like a first round, second round exit?
Like a Cinderella type team, you know, like they have that like one good year and then they just like flop, you know.
I don't think Cinderella. I think they're gonna be here for years to come if they're still healthy. I think they can make a run this year because it's not.
Depending on matchups, they could make the finals.
They can make it. They could be anybody. I'll be honest.
But they don't want to see. They don't want to see. There's one team, and I know it's your protected star. They match up really bad against Dallas, bro.
No,
I agree. I agree with that.
Luka,
they're like the 90s. They're like the 90s Pistons, bro. They're like the 90s Pistons, bro. They have that attitude. They got that dog.
Right.
That
perfect
shit
comparison.
I'm not speaking. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think down the line, I think John Morant gonna be protected too by the media.
Of course,
he is this year.
Yeah,
he's been this year.
I think he's for sure gonna be.
I'm just praying he stays healthy.
This year is not protected though. This year he's balling.
Yeah.
But he is.
Oh, you talking about like down the line?
Yeah.
Like down the line. Yeah.
But I'm saying with this, it's just like people just so much is on the Memphis bandwagon. No, it's just like, bro, like give them a chance to prove it in the playoff. The regular season shit don't matter.
Right.
Nah, but they're so much better than last year. Like realistically, they are extremely well coached.
I like who they got on the team. I like Dylan Brooks. I like Bane. I like Jaren Jackson.
Yeah.
But they got to prove it in the playoffs for me to be sold on them.
Right.
I don't team, bro. They've been building like OKC did.
Yep.
Yeah. You remember what OKC did with Russ, KD, and when they had Jeff Green? It's kind of similar to them. Like they're building. Like it just takes a few years, but they have it all.
Yeah.
There are two top teams that don't want to see them. Golden State doesn't want to see them, and my Lakers don't want to see them in the first round.
Oh yeah,
Golden State lost to them last year.
You already know what. I don't know what John Moran. He just be cutting up when he go to the when he play against the Warriors. I don't know what's the reason.
Oh, because he's a dog, bro.
He always wants to prove that he's better than Steph. He wants to prove he's better than Steph.
Of course,
that's the type
but he doesn't want to. He doesn't. I'm telling you, if you watch any of those games, he doesn't want to see Luka in the first round, bro.
I don't think they're beating Utah.
Who?
The Grizzlies.
Memphis?
I think they beat Utah.
They beat because Utah beat them last year.
They're better this year.
Right.
It's a bad matchup. Yeah. You know why I agree with you, Dre?
Yeah.
It's a great point you made because they are a bad matchup. Because playoffs, we don't know. It comes down to matchup. Because you know why? Because Memphis, they use Steven Adams, right? And so they have him in the starting lineup. So it's like they can use Gobert in that series. So like that's a series that I'm with you. But if they had like a stretch 5 lineup, I don't know. But they don't because Jaren Jackson is like so inconsistent.
How far? I know this is your podcast, but I need to ask you guys this. How far is Luka making it this year since he's not facing arguably the best player in the league, Kawhi Leonard, in the first round?
Depends.
Probably. It depends. Like,
so what are they fifth in the West, right?
I think they are. So they'll face probably.
Look it up, Jeremy. Look it up, Mike.
They'll probably face Denver. I think.
They beat Denver without Murray and Porter. And I love Jokic.
Because Denver right now is 5th. I mean, no, Dallas is 5th right now. So they'll face Utah first round.
They're destroying Utah. Luka is averaging 40 on Utah. Rudy go bum. Are you crazy?
Rudy go
bum. That is crazy, bro. Yeah, that's crazy. That's gonna be a tough series because I think both Donovan Mitchell and Luka's gonna hold their own.
Right. Can you imagine Rudy guarding Porzingis at the 3-point line?
It's gonna come down. It's gonna come down to the defense. It's gonna come down who's gonna guard, especially like crunch time because you gotta think about Porzingis gonna get his too. Because
that's what I'm saying.
Porzingis, but
Rudy gotta guard the 3 now.
Yeah,
but that's Rudy if he's healthy. Guard the 3. But
we know that Rudy is not a great perimeter.
Oh yeah,
he's a great help defender in like interior, like rim protector. But
he's not like perimeter, like all around.
He's a liability. He's a liability on the perimeter. So we already know that. Yeah. And but I'm gonna say they're gonna take it down. They're gonna kind of decline a little bit because we don't know Tim Hardaway is gonna be out for some time. So.
Right.
Yeah, he's out for I think the whole.
That's scoring off the that's scoring that they missing. So now they got Jalen Brunson. Yeah, they got Jalen Brunson. So
hey,
they gotta get their shit together because they're wasting.
But honestly, Tonio, like the way you phrase that question is like, honestly, bro, I don't see them beating anybody if everyone else in the playoffs is out. Like for example, if Denver if they're healthy, if they look good, like if they get Murray back, like if Utah's, I don't see Dallas really beating anybody. So it's like even in the first round, and if they do, it's because of injuries. It's because they're injured.
The way he has stepped it up,
he really gonna have
regular
to carry.
Season.
Have to carry like
he has the past two playoff runs, and he will do it again.
Right.
And even if
he can carry,
he will.
But this roster is not good enough, bro.
Of course it isn't. And Dallas is like you guys had a conversation on. Dre sent me a conversation they had on your last pod. We're talking about wasting Joel Embiid's prime. On Philly. Yeah. I don't think they are. I think Denver is wasting Jokic's prime. I think Dallas. What do you mean, huh?
Denver is wasting Jokic. No.
They got hurt though.
You're waiting on 2 players to come back from major injuries.
No, they got hurt.
Hold on.
No.
But did they not have the team together? They have the team. They're just not healthy.
Right.
They have
the roster.
Becks, they had it. But you had to make moves. We've been talking, bro. You're talking like, listen, not everybody's Kevin Durant, bro.
Right. Wait, hold on. Oh. Wait, you said they had the roster?
They had it. They have to make adjustments. They should have traded for Bradley Beal when we had this conversation 2 years ago.
They don't need Bradley Beal.
Right, but
they need Bradley Beal. You don't know what Murray's going to come back, Jeremy. What type of Jamal Murray's? You acting like everybody comes back over ACL and Achilles like they Kevin Durant.
He do got a point. So
but I'm not just talking about that, bro. But like, okay,
you acting like Jamal's coming back 100. Look at Victor Oladipo.
But Porter, it was unfortunate with Porter too.
Yeah,
bro, Porter was
has
gone.
been
It
this
was unfortunate.
since college, though.
I did not expect.
But still, bro. But last year he showed you glimpses of what he could be, and he was and he was relatively healthy last year, bro.
Yeah.
So that's
Averaged
what was like the good
year.
news. Yeah.
Y'all are preaching.
It's just unfortunate.
But you're taking a what if situation.
Got a max contract too.
Porter
it just happened, bro. It's not like
Right.
It's been 3 years though.
Right.
But Porter just got that season-ending injury.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is the fact Jokic is holding it down without his two best players.
So what would you have done? You would have traded Porter and Murray?
No, I would have
traded.
You and I had this conversation a while back. I would have traded Jamal Murray for Bradley Beal, literally right there at the beginning of last year. I know people want to go at me and everything.
You think it's too late? You think they can still make
he got
that
hurt. No, Jamal got hurt. They gotta wait and see what Jamal looks like. They're not letting go of Bradley Beal without seeing how Jamal looks like.
But hey, man,
I will say,
man, Bill's been man. I don't know what happened to Bradley Beal.
Yeah, dude.
Why
He's just not that guy.
Depression?
Not really, bro. I just don't think he's that guy, man. Like he's a
he doesn't
great
have to
scorer.
Be that guy. Jokic is that guy.
Right.
I know, but I don't think he could do what Murray did in the playoffs. That's what I'm trying to get at with you. He's not putting up 50 in the playoffs, I don't think.
With Jokic, he can.
Yeah, because Bradley averaged 30 points last year for the last
I would
2
say
years.
that, but Tony,
I was the worst team in the league.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I would say this, Tonio, like back on Luka Doncic, if you put him with someone, he don't even need a superstar type player. Get him a Karis LeVert. Get him a Karis LeVert.
I was just going to say that. Give him Karis LeVert.
I don't like that fit.
You want to know who I think he
perfect?
I don't like Karis and Luka because both of them need the ball.
You want to know who I think would have a type of player? Jared Allen type of player. Evan Mobley type of player. A big that can take away the pressure of Luka's lack of defensive from the perimeter. Luka offensively just needs a elite pick and roll, elite finishes, some great shooters around him. At the end of the day, he's going to have to adapt his game into a less on-ball type of player to win a championship. To me, he's a more quote-unquote effective Harden.
Harrison,
interesting.
Effective Harden. Ooh, I can see
he's more effective than Harden.
Listen, Jeremy, what I saw last year on Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, who were no slouches defensively.
Yeah, I mean, like last year was
very few humans in the perimeter could do that on those two certified monsters defensively, bro.
And I saw all the shots that Luka was shooting against Kawhi and George. I'm like,
he was taking deep ass threes. I'm like,
bro.
Deep ass contested.
Y'all don't get it. I live in Spain, so I know what this dude go. I'll give you 40, goes home, has a beer, has a couple of like chips around and just salt chips. That's why he's fat. He's that culture, bro.
But
I saw this stat
the reason I said Karis LeVert because think about it, think about what if Luka has a bad game, got Karis LeVert who can step up, especially down crunch time. When it's time to get a tough bucket, Karis LeVert can do that.
I just think he's a ball stopper.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, but I just think he's a ball stopper. Like, because that's the problem now. Because Luka's a ball stopper. Luka holds on to it a lot, and so freaking LeVert does the same thing. I mean, that's why they traded him. Like Brooklyn, that was a big reason why they traded him. Because
they couldn't have traded him.
They should, because they remember he was coming off the bench with Brooklyn for a reason. Because he wasn't going to fit with Kyrie, KD, and
Oh no,
but they knew what they. Brooklyn knew what they was doing when they
keep an eye on Sabonis. Keep an eye on Sabonis.
I think Sabonis would fit good with Washington
because wherever he gets traded to, if he goes to a contender, it's a good pickup, great pickup.
It's a steal right there. Steal.
Yep.
Any team.
Yo, what about Memphis?
Any chance? I think Memphis. I don't.
That's being talked about right now. That's why I brought it up. I was listening to a podcast the other day.
We have to wait it out, but I mean,
Dallas.
Can you imagine Sabonis in Memphis? Oh my God, I don't know if they have the pieces that they want. I think Memphis has better pieces.
What about Dallas?
Dallas would be tough.
I don't know if they take
like that
Porzingis back. No, I don't know if they want Porzingis back for him.
Plus the pairing.
No,
they still got to get rid of Turner. They still got to get rid of Turner.
Move Porzingis at the 5, then move
Turner
4.
Turner to Dallas or Boston would be good for both of us.
I think they want to go younger, though. I think Indy wants to go younger. That's what I'm trying to get
they should.
That's why they want to trade Malcolm Brogdon, LeVert, Sabonis. I'm like,
they want
they just trying to get rid of all the star players. So, I mean, I never seen a team that wants to get rid of all the star players.
I personally like Sabonis in OKC too. I think him, Shea, and Giddey that'd be
back in OKC.
Yeah, I really like him there.
Yeah,
because they're young enough.
Me and Jeremy talked about this on FaceTime, but I said that I think that the Nets team last season before they traded for Harden with Jared Allen and Karis LeVert was better.
I'm with you.
Because they looked more active, looked like they was having a lot more.
They were
fun
deeper,
right. They were deeper, but
they're getting Ben Simmons anyways, though.
They getting Ben Simmons.
Yeah. It's been.
Y'all think that's happening?
People,
People would be stupid not to.
People been questioning about that. They was like, how he gonna fit with that? But I think it would be good because think about it. Move him at the 4. I think he's gonna do well at the 4.
Yeah, I think
because he can.
And 4 shooters around this dude.
Yeah,
and not only decent shooters.
Yeah,
we're talking all timers.
Yeah, he get Ben Simmons. Yeah, oh yeah. Ben Simmons. He'd be like that Draymond Green.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
He can.
Okay, so I think Brooklyn now is a better fit than like a year or two ago because you know what we've seen? We saw the transition with Harden and Kyrie when Kyrie accepted playing the 2 guard. So I think what could happen if they trade for Simmons, he'd still be the point guard offensively, similar to Harden, and Kyrie would still be the 2 guard. And then on defense, he'd play that Draymond, he'd guard the 5, the centers. That's the role that he would
versus the Bucks. Ben Simmons would have been such a big difference maker.
And then you could put him on Giannis. Yeah,
that's the point. That's the point. Yeah. Then they win the championship to me instantly.
Perfect fit.
Hey, but Harden with Embiid is going to be crazy.
No, Dre, I don't see it.
Hey, that pick and roll. Hey, that pick and roll, man, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, Antonio. Whatever bad game Harden has had this year, I honestly believe now after last year and how he forced the trade with Houston and how he went about it
on purpose.
I think he's faking. I think he's faking everything. I think he's because there are games where he gets a 30-point triple-double easy. And you're like, where was this like a few nights ago? He doesn't give a fuck.
So you guys can hate on me if you want to. But I still have Kobe's interview in my head where he goes, that brand of basketball is not going to win a championship. So what I'm trying to say is the worst thing that ever happened to Harden was Mike D'Antoni coming to because he developed a couple habits that I don't see Embiid being happy with necessarily.
I'm going to tell you this, like I told the guys on the pod, I like that 2012 to 2015 James Harden when most of his shots coming from the mid-range, not all just threes and layups. It was like all around. Because I don't know what happened, Mike
D'Antoni.
Yeah, he just started doing the dribble, step back. I'm like, bro, like nobody wants to see that for 48 minutes. I mean, it's effective. You getting your 30, but I don't want to see like go back to the mid range like you were doing do this which to go he's do that stop on the dime mid range shot that I always love it.
Oh yeah, man, that was deadly though, man. That stop on the dime mid range step back, bro. That was deadly, bro.
I don't know, bro. And I think he wanted to go to Philly from the start because he wanted to be closer there.
Exactly. Daryl Morey, Daryl Morey likes to spoil him. You know, like give me Chris Paul, give me Dwight Howard, give me this.
Y'all are gonna hate me too, but that's the ultimate fraud squad too. Doc Rivers coaching, James Harden, Joel Embiid in the playoffs. That's just guaranteed tears for somebody in the playoffs, bro. It might be the 3 of them, bro. Joel Embiid might go out crying. James Harden too. What kind of 3-1 lead they're gonna blow as well?
Stop all this. Stop all this like that. Joel Embiid don't got no hell. Joel Embiid got plenty of help.
He got plenty of help last year. Last year they was deep last year. I don't know how you lose to Trae Young and the Hawks. Because
they gotta blame somebody. They gotta blame Ben Simmons and not point out JoJo's fourth quarters. They have to. It's Ben Simmons' fault.
Ben Simmons. In the last 4 quarters, 0 points. Didn't look like he want to be out there, man. Like scared to shoot free throws, man.
Can we talk about Nikola Jokic's improvement defensively this year?
Hey,
like I told,
he's been good.
I told Tonio, you put Jokic on the team now, they're gonna be top 3 in the West.
Jokic
Where
on what team?
on Philly?
Yes, put Jokic on his Philly team.
They have the best record in the league.
Who? Philly?
If they put Jokic in it,
They be top 2 or 3 team in the East.
they would have the best record in the East.
Yeah. Like they did last year.
Easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I can see
that team
Without
was
Ben?
loaded last year.
The
Without
same team,
Ben,
bro.
yeah.
This team right now, they just switched.
But I think Jokic with Ben, I think he would motivate Ben.
Bro, he makes Ben so much better because Ben can play off ball with Jokic. Jokic can play from the 3-point line. Now, the problem was with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid can only go one way.
But also look at Tyrese Maxey too. He's having a great year too. Like, bro,
Elite.
bro, Tyrese
Seth
Maxey
Curry's shooting 50 and 40.
Yeah. Bro, they got shooters, man. Harris, Milton, bro, like Thibault, like, bro, like
Stop, bro. You got plenty of help. Stop
right.
Help, like, bro, from 2017 and on, they have tried their best to build around you to compete for a championship.
Right.
They should have beat the Raptors. They didn't beat the Raptors because JoJo didn't show up. I know he was hurt.
I think they should have beat the Celtics in 2018. In my opinion,
of course.
Honestly, yeah.
How about Horford? Horford was his kryptonite. Horford could DM up.
That's facts.
He could DM up in the post. Horford was. That's why they got him.
That's facts.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I disagree. I don't like. I never liked the fit with Philly for the last couple years. The problem with them when they got Tobias and Jimmy, and they had the big four.
Man, they got too many.
They had too many mouths. Then that's what I've been trying to tell Antonio and why the downfall of Ben Simmons in Philly happened. Because it got to a point where they asked Ben Simmons to only put up 2 points a game. That was really his role. People act like that's not what they were asking him to do. That is what they were asking him to do. And if you look at it, bro, like Tobias to me is another Aaron Gordon, like just a little bit better
than Aaron Gordon
by like a smidge. He's so bad, bro. He's not a number two. He's not a number two, bro.
Because in 2019,
he's not a number two. Joel Embiid's been carrying him this year. He has not been playing like it. He's not playing up to his contract, bro. I promise.
Because in 2019,
whatever stats he's putting up are just empty stats for the most part.
Because in 2019, they ran Simmons at the 1, Redick had the 2, Jimmy at the 3, Harris. Oh no, they just had too many mouths.
Jokic with that team wins a championship.
Plus Harris got that max contract too. I'm like,
he just plays a different style of basketball. The problem is, in my opinion, which is something Becks and I also had this conversation about, media in the States, which is, ESPN and Fox and all of them dudes, they don't want to give props to quote unquote European players as they should.
Bro,
they gave Jokic the MVP last year.
Jeremy?
They had no choice though.
Wasn't we talking about that?
What? Talking about what happened with
they don't want. I told you down the line, they don't want to give a European player to be the face of the NBA.
Of course they don't.
They just gave Jokic the MVP though.
Becks, they had no choice. Who are you going to give it to? Embiid was hurt last year. Steph had the 8th seed and didn't make the playoffs.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
Becks, they was even disrespecting Jokic when he got the MVP, saying that he might be the worst MVP ever. Like, that don't make sense.
Right. Like this dude played all the games last year, put up 27, 10, and 5. And I don't.
When he got the award, he had 30, 20, and 10. Literally, when he got the MVP, he had 30, 20, and 10.
Like, but the question is, who's going to be the face of the league? Like, when
Giannis.
Giannis is Giannis.
But Giannis, what I'm trying to get at is Giannis is foreign to like Luka. Like, I think like it's
I don't know.
A little skewed.
They might put like
I think because
they trying to push it with Ja.
With Ja. Look at Stephen A. Had this stupid debate that I'm going to take him in the future over Giannis at the Kumpa.
Yeah, bro, that was stupid, bro. This dude talking about, I'll take John Morant over Giannis playoff time.
Even taking Ja or Trey.
Did you not see what Giannis did last year? Game 6 in the finals, bro. Shot 17 of 19 from the free throw line. From this dude, from airballing free throws and crowds counting down and everything. Like bro, like this dude.
And going head to head with KD, he showed up that series too.
This dude's been Giannis, bro. And he's only 27, and he's won every single major award, bro.
Yeah, he's in FIBA he shits the bed though. He gets very disrespected out here in Spain. I'm telling you.
Giannis got a chance to be the greatest power forward ever.
I can agree with that.
I think he got a chance to, bro.
No.
Man.
The way it's looking. At least top 3.
Since we're talking about
top three,
since we're talking about power forwards, Tonio, Dirk Nowitzki, we gotta stop it, man. We gotta stop.
No, before we talk about Dirk Nowitzki, we gotta talk about Tim Duncan. You gotta stop.
Yo, we gotta stop the disrespect.
Here we go, bro.
Stop with what? With Tim Duncan.
Disrespected Tim Duncan.
Please don't bring up Tim Duncan and Kobe again. Please don't bring up Tim Duncan and Kobe.
No,
I'm done.
Bex, I'm supporting Tim Duncan right now because they're saying Tim Duncan overrated.
I think he is a little bit. I think he kind of.
Yeah, how old are you? How old are you, bro?
Bro.
For me.
Yeah,
I'm 21.
I'm 20.
Yeah, so he was before your time.
Tim Duncan.
His prime was before your time. Because you wouldn't be saying that if you saw him in the early 2000s. Were you watching him like early 2000s?
Yeah. I was watching him in early 2000s. But to me, I'm not saying he's trash. I'm not saying he's trash.
I just think Tim Duncan came in at the perfect time. Right
system.
Came in at
the right
the perfect
system.
time, like the right system. Because
but
they made
Spurs,
the finals.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't care.
21 games.
I don't care where Tim Duncan gets drafted. I don't give a fuck where he gets drafted. He's one of those players. He's good wherever. You're building around him.
He's too
no matter
unselfish.
what, and you're getting it done.
I get that.
You're getting it done. Yeah,
I get it. But I'm saying this though. You put Kevin Garnett, put Dirk in that Spurs system. How many rings
doesn't? Dirk, they get one. They get one.
Especially with Kevin Garnett, how many rings do you think he get in that Spurs system?
They're getting 5.
We could say that about. You make it seem like Tim Duncan wasn't the reason the Spurs system worked because he was the one saying, "Yo, I'm a." No, but think about this. Think about this though.
It's too much credit for it.
No,
but you also, I think what you're also referring to is like towards like the last, I think 10 years of his career, his averages weren't that great. Like they weren't like superstar. Like he was sacrificed. He moved to a center. But then when it came to the finals or like big playoff games, he would have those like against
30 points in game 6.
Back to back.
There's
MVPs,
so many in the big games, but he sacrificed to allow everyone else to eat. Tony Parker, Ginobili, Kawhi, all these guys ate because Duncan allowed it to happen.
Right.
So
Drew, I will tell you this. With Kevin Garnett, even though KG's my third favorite player of all time, they would get 4. I don't think he beats my Lakers in 2003. And
who do you think was a better? Oh, I got a question for you, Tonio. Who was a better defensive player?
I think
Duncan
Garnett
or KG.
I think Kevin Garnett. I think Duncan was a better scorer though.
I think it's a good debate.
You agree?
No, strictly defense.
But
strictly Garnett.
But Tonio,
because Garnett guarded perimeter better.
Like I think as a player, I'm not talking about. I'm gonna say as a player, I think Kevin Garnett was a better player than Tim Duncan.
Oh right.
Because he could do more things on the court than Tim Duncan.
Right.
Okay, but let me answer that with another question. Have you ever seen Tony Parker? No. Let me. I'm gonna let him answer this. But have you ever seen Tony Parker finish with his left hand?
Who, Tony Parker?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay, so realistically, I listen. I'm not saying KG isn't better than Tim Duncan because I think Kevin Garnett has a bigger bag than Tim Duncan. But I also think Tim Duncan's inside presence against my Lakers, was something that I don't know if Kevin Garnett would have had in 2003.
He did pretty well against the Lakers. We did
in 04.
Yes, against in the conference final, he did pretty good against those guys.
He did. He really did. But I think Garnett beats the Knicks. I think Garnett beats the Nets. I think he beats. I don't know if he beats Detroit. I don't know if he beats Detroit. We're talking finals.
I don't know.
Talking about the 04 Detroit team.
Talking about 05. 05.
Yeah. He beats the Cavs. He beats the Cavs.
We should have been in that one. We should have been in that final.
You should have, bro. It would have been a classic.
Fucking D-Wade got injured game 7 against Detroit, bro. D-Wade was playing with the bad shoulder. Yeah, we could have. I thought we were going to win back-to-back chips, honestly. When we got Shaq, I thought that was going to happen.
Ooh, you guys beat the Spurs?
Oh, I think we beat the Spurs. I think 05, we were better in 06. I personally think 05, we were better in 06. We just got hurt, bro. But we had a deeper we just had older guys like who have been there, done that in 06.
Yeah.
But look what had to happen. Pat Riley had to step down. Remember, Van Gundy was the one that took us to the conference final the year before.
Yep.
Like, and then they changed the roster up. But yeah, I think that year we could have beat the Spurs.
Because they had Shaq, Wade, Gary Payton.
Eddie Jones, Daniel Jones.
Gary Payton.
No, they didn't have Gary Payton 05.
Wait, did they? No,
They didn't.
06 we got.
06 they got Gary Payton.
Then they have Eddie Johnson.
Eddie Jones.
At that time,
Eddie Jones.
Damon Jones. Eddie Jones. Yeah.
Haslam.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haslam still on that team, man. Bro,
hey, Jeremy, what's up with this Dirk stuff though? Like, what you want to talk to me about Dirk, man?
Man, bro, man. Did you say that Dirk is not top 5?
No, I said he's. Me and Dre had this conversation. I've sent him countless posts. I have him 5th. He's not going any higher though.
Because when you started saying that, I don't know if he's better than Chris Webber. I'm like,
no,
come on.
That wasn't a shot at Dirk. That was giving props to Chris Webber in the early 2000s.
Right.
C. Webb was busting all their asses in the early 2000s as well.
For sure. But I'm saying though, like,
and he went to 3 different teams. All of them went to the playoffs for C. Webb.
Exactly.
You got the Bullets, the Warriors, and then the Kings. Everyone got.
If you replace Dirk with C. Webb in 02, they don't take us 7 games.
I don't think, but I think it was just unfortunate that he got hurt in his
exactly.
time.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, because he tore his ACL right when the Kings were like.
They should have beat the Lakers.
They
should have won the finals.
We paid the reps.
Finals.
Man, those reps. Man, those reps.
I'm glad you
guys paid them.
Man, those refs screw him over, man. Tim Donaghy.
Trying to get my money. I would say, you guys there lost to the Blazers though in 2000.
Yeah.
The jail squad was lit.
Hey, what them jail blazers? The jail blazers.
The jail blazers could be jail blazers, bro. The jail blazers could be anybody, bro.
That man Rasheed was so tough.
They were such a deep team.
So tough.
Bro, then they had Scotty at the end of his carear. Like it was their team was not then Bonzi Wells, Damon Stoudemire, like bro,
that's
like, they
why
had a squad, bro.
That's why Giannis will not crack my top 2 power forwards ever. Because Giannis might not crack my top 2-3 power forwards ever. It's because Tim Duncan, man, and KG had to go through Dirk. For example, if we're talking Tim Duncan, he had to go through Garnett, Dirk, Rasheed Wallace, Chris Webber, Antonio McDyess, Chris Bosh, Pau Gasol. Hey, what? Carmelo, Barkley. This is OD.
Yeah, but he called Malone and Barkley like they was like the
Malone was still giving you 20 and 10, and you want to have this.
He wasn't a Karl Malone in the 90s or in the 80s.
Of course, and that's why it's scary. That's why Malone was like, y'all still my kids.
Hey, ain't no Karl Malone said age ain't nothing but a number, but
that's wild.
Age ain't nothing but a number, man, bro.
That's wild.
When I first heard that though, I'm like, Karl Malone, like he didn't. Oh,
just so you know, if he wasn't such a piece of shit of a person, he would be ranked so much higher because his accolades and stats are OD. Like he's wild. Like if that shit was Tim Duncan, everybody would talk about him realistically as the greatest of all time because he averages 25 and 10. Why?
Malone?
Yeah, and 2 MVPs and 36K points. Like he's OD. He's tough.
Is it 2 or 1?
He won 2.
He got 1.
No, he got 2.
No, Karl Malone got 2.
He got 1.
No, Karl Malone.
I'm pretty sure it's 1, bro.
Oh wait,
check him out, Jeremy.
I think he won in 97 or was it 98?
He won 98.
Yeah,
I think he even went.
No, I think he won 97. I don't think he won 98.
Yeah, because Jordan won 98.
Yeah, he won the 1 year though. Because I know Jordan mentioned that was the reason why he wanted to kill them in the finals because he won MVP. Similar to Barkley when he won MVP. Yo, it was honestly looking back, right? Karl Malone, perfect timing.
Karl Malone won in 97 and 99.
Can you imagine if Jordan didn't play the MVP that year? Maybe he wasn't motivated. That's like his whole story. His career.
He won in 99. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, MVP?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He won.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
No, I'm going to talk about this because this is important. All the Jordan slander says that people don't talk about this about Jordan. Though TV is packed with people that talk shit about Jordan. Shannon Sharp, Nick Wright,
But you know LeBron paying them, so you know.
I know, but this is my thing. This is my
thing,
right?
Michael Jordan probably paying Skip Bayless. We don't know because he said he been around.
No, but Skip Bayless even makes it look worse because Skip's only answer is 6-0, which is why kids get so triggered.
Right. That's what's so annoying. Like
that's why kids get so triggered because there's so much to the topic.
That's the case. Robert Horry got 7.
But you know what I say with those people? I'll be like, Robert Horry 7-0.
Right.
Ain't nothing to talk about. They get mad.
Yeah, no, that's facts. But Robert didn't win 6 Finals MVPs. But now my thing is this: they talk about Magic Johnson busting MJ. That's tough, but that's Magic Johnson. Why don't LeBron fans talk about Jason Terry busting up LeBron James?
MJ fans don't talk about what's the dude named Max Chapperman dropping off MJ. Like I'm talking about they don't even know. Don't nobody even know who Max Chapperman is.
That's one game though.
Yeah. It is what it is. Like all the goats got a man. Like
all the goats had
all the goats had had their down moments. So it's right.
Everybody did.
Bex and I had this conversation on a live. The one with the least amount of slander in his full legacy, if you really break it down to a T, is Mike.
Kareem?
Yeah.
No, Kareem missed the playoffs twice in his prime, and Kareem won an MVP with a losing record. So,
yeah, you said
if we keep,
who had the least slander?
Yeah, no, who had the least? How do I say this? The least failures in his career per se. If you look at a full body of work, who could you say had a perfect career? It's Mike.
What about Tim Duncan?
You can say that.
Tim Duncan
made the
playoffs his whole career.
Because if you think about it, Because you think about it, Tim Duncan.
But they also never went back to back, and the Bulls three-peated twice.
Right.
But that's the point.
But bro, if you think about it, Tim Duncan is like slightly more accomplished than MJ.
No, he's not.
Slightly more what?
No, he's not.
More accomplished. If you think about it, he got
more accomplished.
Yeah, slightly. Or you say Kareem is more accomplished than MJ.
I don't think so. I think the 6 Finals MVPs speak so much of who you are as a player because Kareem has 6 rings, but he only has 2 Finals MVPs. Well, James Worthy getting one of those Finals MVPs, and Magic took the squad after the second year of the time he was with my Lakers. Like before Magic came to my Lakers, we were winning 47 games with Norm Nixon and Adrian Danley. Like we had a good team. We should have been better. And I know Kareem,
but I remember when Kareem missed Game 6, then Magic had to play center, and he dropped the 42.
No, and Magic. I'm gonna be
that.
fair. Magic should have won. Sorry, Kareem should have won that Finals MVP. Kareem was averaging like 33 or something crazy shit like that. One game, which I respect.
Over that one game,
which I respect. But my thing is this, bro. Like up to that time, up to the 90s. Kareem needed the 2 greatest point guards up to that era to win a championship.
Because Kareem was only getting older. Kareem was getting
Oscar
older.
Robertson and Magic Johnson. He had 9 years or something like that where he didn't win. Oscar did average 23 and 9 when they won a championship.
Right. So, that's when Kareem was younger, but
But every great player needs somebody to win. You can't do it by yourself.
You're preaching. You are preaching. But my thing is, this is why I hate LeBron fans so much. They put Scottie at a position that, in my opinion, he's not. Scottie's not better than D-Wade.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think Scottie is better than Magic or Kareem or Oscar Robertson.
No.
I don't think he's better than Shaq. So as a second option, Mike had the worst second option.
But I think, but people don't understand is that why they're acting like MJ just carried that team. He did. He had others to do their role. Because
Dennis Rodman.
To me, I
think John Paxson, bro.
I think Scottie Pippen was the best defender on that team because he always guarded the best player. He always guarded the best players on the other team.
Because he was more
versatile. But who made him that way? He wasn't that way when he first got drafted, bro.
I think
Jordan made Scottie.
I think that's a narrative.
Scottie was scared though, man. He was quiet. He was averaging like 4 points a game, like rookie year or something, bro.
No, bro. Listen, Scottie
admitted himself, bro. This isn't me saying this is Scottie.
Scottie made what?
Before he went mental, before he went loco for Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, after writing this book, when he was actually thinking clearly, he said that Michael made me. He said that.
Even MJ said, he said, I wouldn't be the player who I am if it wasn't for Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, that's because that speaks to who Mike is. And people like to look at Mike as somebody who throws slander at people.
Dre, Diff asked Jordan, "Who's the GOAT?" He said, "That's not fair. I never played against Jerry. I never played against the great players of all time."
Never says
he doesn't talk that way.
Yeah,
but that's the politically correct. That's a politically correct.
No,
answer.
I think he thinks that way. I think he really thinks that way.
And no, he doesn't, bro. You know how egotistical. You know how egotistical MJ is. You know how he did.
Listen, he accomplished what he needed to accomplish, which is why I hate where the game is quote unquote going. Like up to Kobe Bryant, it was all about winning, bro. Literally, Kobe didn't give a fuck about nothing. When he dropped 62 and 3/4, they were like, "You want to go out there try to get 80?" Brian Shaw told him, and he's like, "No, bro, I'll get it. If I get it, I'll get it eventually. I'll get him within the flow of the game, bro." And it happened later.
So you think players now is not about winning?
I think Bron switched that shit, bro. I think Bron. Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I see so much caring about statistics and maybe awards and accolades. Even KD
like money too.
I want to
like in the money too.
And KD saying I want to win the scoring title. Kobe could have won it. I think when Carmelo won it, Kobe just needed to drop 34 points in his last game against Sacramento. And he's like, I wanted him to.
Yeah, that's a good.
But I think when you're young, bro, like when you're young, players is not worrying about winning the championship. They trying to get their name up.
Right
now, down the line, bro, down the line.
Listen, Kobe said it in an interview, one of the interviews before he passed away. He's like, bro, if I'd known it would have been about numbers and everything, I would have gone crazy from the start. Like when Shaq was hurt in 2002, Kobe had 9 straight games of 40 plus. Like you got to do what you got to do to win. Kobe could have done that for a whole year. Maybe not 40, but 38 or some shit like that.
I agree with Dre. Like I think, like, players.
When you
more
young,
players trying to get their stock up and everything. Like
when you young,
trying to get that bag early.
They know that their team is not going to be like compete for a title in the.
Was Chris Paul doing that? Was D Wade doing that? Was Dwight Howard doing that? Was young Kevin Durant?
When Dwight Howard got his name up, that's when he wanted to compete for a title.
No, when Dwight from the start, he was impacting the game the way he always has been. My thing is, I started to see this of even when people go like, "Oh, LeBron, he dropped 33, but yeah, he lost." Like, no, he lost. Yeah, but LeBron dropped 33. Bro, it don't matter.
He was trying to compete for a title.
Right.
He was trying to.
Young Bron, After a certain point, in my opinion, I think it was after 18. After 2018, to me, Bron started doing a lot of shit I didn't like.
Like what?
Like what?
A couple of days ago. Who was it against?
Oh,
I think it was against Sacramento.
I see what you. Okay, I see what you're talking about. Like just like,
going to get a layup. Stupid layup. The game was completely out of hand. We had 10 seconds left.
I mean,
he's been doing that for years, brother.
Yeah,
I don't know where he's been at. He's been doing that from day one.
Yeah,
I know that.
He feel like his career is set. Like he ain't got nothing else to prove. So it's like,
but
now I get these longevity stats. So it's like,
but Bron right now is playing spectacular. Like, but I mean, like, but at the same time, like LeBron's in year 19. He should not be having to like do this like Bron right now,
but I think
should be like coasting. He shouldn't be having to put up 29.
That's
games,
on AD though. That's on Anthony Davis. Though.
Like that's where Anthony Davis comes in. Like bro, like if Bron's still doing this in year 19, like imagine what he on doing too. Yeah, come on. Like,
but that's on AD though. AD should have taken the throne.
But AD been
playing.
I think
what. Yeah, but I think what Antonio's trying to get at with Bron, like I think it's different because like when he lost with Miami, when we lost to the Spurs after winning back-to-back, he left right away. Like, it's not like, oh, no, like, fuck. Gonna run that shit back. Like, it's just like, no, when he loses, he's trying to switch teams. He's trying to create a new team somewhere else. That's what I'm trying to get at. Huh? It's not like, stay with the same team. We're just going to get better. We'll come back next year. That mentality's gone. Bro, there's so much movement in the league. It's crazy.
But listen, that series, it was the most meaningless 28 a game I've ever seen. You guys in 2014, And you guys didn't stand a chance. The Spurs blistered y'all from the
They destroyed us. And D-Wade was injured.
They only won one game. Kawhi just that's when Kawhi started to make a name for himself.
Manu Ginobili should have won Finals MVP.
No, but this was also my point on that Bron point.
Only reason they gave Kawhi
because he locked up so-called LeBron, but
that's what they did. That's what they did. That's what they did to Eagle. They did the same thing to Eagle in 15.
And that was crazy though. Bro, they gave
Eagle
percentage. That's crazy.
But Iggy forced him to 38% shooting, bro. He was shooting 39% with
Bex is preaching.
But
he was averaging 35 on 40 shots.
That's what I'm saying.
But Steph
had to. But that's the thing, though. But that's the thing. He had to put up those 35.
And look at the turnovers Bron was getting. Iggy, every time LeBron would catch the ball in the post, Iggy was getting a steal. He was swiping that shit. It's not all about the stats, but that's why I'm saying LeBron tricks y'all. LeBron tricks everybody, bro.
That's crazy.
He's
that's
getting
crazy.
his stats. He's getting blown out by 40, right? He's gonna get his stats no matter what. That's what I'm trying to get at.
That's what happened in 17.
You look at the stat sheet at the end of the game, you're like, damn, he had a triple-double, 30-point triple-double. Damn, I couldn't tell. He's that type.
I get what you're saying. He trying to make it seem like it ain't my fault. I'm doing
it ain't mine. He said all the
in
time.
2017 when they lost 4-1, which I don't think they should have lost 4-1. I get killed.
I feel what you're saying.
I get killed. Especially on TikTok, I get annihilated for saying that LeBron James 2017 should have got them at least 2 games.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Because, he averaged a 33-point triple-double. Did you watch those games, bro?
Listen, bro, I feel like, 2017, even though I feel like they didn't have a chance, but they should at least went to 6 games.
At least went to 6
games. The Houston Rockets almost took him out. LeBron is better than James Harden and Chris Paul together. And I love Chris Paul.
Wasn't that Rockets team better than the Cavs in the 2018?
So Kyrie a bum now?
No, I said 2018. Kyrie wasn't on that team on the Cavs in 2018.
No, I'm not talking 18.
Yeah,
18 is a different story. 18 is
talking about 17.
They would have been. Yeah, I'm talking
when
Kyrie
17.
Irving was averaging 29.
Oh no. They should have. That's why I said they should at least went to 6-7 games.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Listen, I will forever, and I'm gonna stick to this till the day I die. And I'm gonna keep saying, if JR doesn't blow up that game 1, LeBron probably tries to win that series, and he averages probably 40. Because that 51-point performance, I've never seen it. But he gave up.
Yeah.
He gave up, which always pissed me off.
Yeah, but once JR had that
over,
that was it. Bron was he was like, I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
What more can I do? I'm putting up 50, I'm still losing. What the fuck can I do? But
they had that game in the bag though.
Right. He had it, bro.
But here's a double standard though. This is the double standard with LeBron because it's okay, he put up 40, right? And they lose, they get blown out. He put up some more points. Oh, he stat pad. But if he don't put up no more points, he get given up. So it's what do you want him to do?
Right.
I'll tell you. Have you guys watched LeBron James
versus
the Boston
He's just
Celtics?
being PC. That's what he's doing, huh?
Or have you watched him against the Orlando Magic? He went down swinging.
When he was going out swinging. Yeah,
he was going down
50 points.
But isn't that quote unquote stat pattern though?
No. It's how you get those points. The games were close. He was missing shots.
Right. Against the Magic, Orlando, back in the day,
he was just missing shots, bro.
Yeah.
Against the Spurs,
how much did he average that series?
38.
Close to 40.
38.
Versus Orlando,
he was almost 40.
Bron was going out swinging back in 09 versus the Magic.
But you can say
that's what Mo Williams was the second option.
But you can say he went swinging. But you can say he went down swinging 15 though.
Oh yeah.
He did go down swinging. I don't hold 15.
Yeah, no, 15. I like 15.
Yeah.
I don't hold 15 against.
But you said,
but I think it's what we were talking about, when Tonio was talking about how LeBron changed the NBA, because it's he went into that finals defeated. Why? Because he had already stated why. When reporters were asking him what's the difference between Golden State this year and last year, simple answer was Kevin Durant. There's not more to say. Nothing. So. This is the NBA that he created, right? He did that when he went to Miami.
When he said that, when he said in 2017, he was like, "I'm not even thinking about that right now."
Yeah.
We're not even. I'm too stressed.
Damn, why are you saying that? You sound like you
already know. But that's my point.
Went into a defeat.
That's my point. That's my point.
This is what he started.
Even KD last year against the Bucks, he went down swinging.
Yeah, of course he went down swinging.
Do you think Giannis? I want to say, do you think Giannis kind of reminds you of LeBron in a certain way, in terms of his mentality? Because when you're in the series and you saying somebody's the best player in the world, when you're playing in that series, it's
I will tell you this. I'll tell you
You
this
should-
from a guy that's coming from a third world country. To Giannis say that, it's irrelevant. Because Giannis is still gonna go out there and give you everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Giannis mentally is such a good dude. He doesn't give a fuck about that shit. That's why in that
Giannis
series,
don't
even
care
though he
about that.
said that,
Teaming up and
bro.
everything, like bro,
And
like,
that's the good.
like Giannis
like,
wants to like make his
I
own
don't see why
legacy
people.
in
I
Milwaukee.
was asking that because people was giving him flack for that. They was like, "Bro, you saw it, bro." But I'm thinking Giannis don't have an ego though. He's not
I
ego.
like that.
No.
The only
I
thing
like
I was
that.
going at Giannis as a
I like
defensive player of the year, I wanted him to guard KD in the fourth quarter. That's me because I'm selfish. Even though PJ Tucker did an excellent job on KD, but Giannis mentally, I love Giannis mentally, dude. He's such a good human being.
Yeah. He's all about winning,
this
bro.
dude, man. No, and he's a great dude, bro. He gets 50 points, goes
all
to
about his
Popeyes
teammates,
and like, give me
bro.
50 nuggets.
All about
That's
his
crazy.
teammates, like winning and everything, bro.
He
like,
got that. Yeah, he got that old school. He got that old school mentality.
Yeah,
bro, Giannis
winning.
has it, like,
It's also like with Giannis, like when he says stuff like that, when he gives praise to other players, you could tell that shit is genuine, like without anything. With LeBron, you have to think about it. It's like, oh, is it genuine this time? Is it not? Because there are times he's just being PC. It's like what Skip always says about LeBron. I think this is true about LeBron. What is it? Keep your friends closer. Keep your enemy. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Right? Yeah.
That's honestly, that's how I feel about LeBron because he did make it into a bromance league because he's giving praise. Look at what he said about Reggie Jackson when he hit the game winner against y'all Lakers the other day.
Yeah.
He
said,
tweeted about it. He was like, Mr. October.
I guess
great shot.
I mean, he giving other players props, but it's just like
Braun would play. That's just the way Braun is. Like Braun will praise you. Like same thing.
But keep in mind that this will not last more years though. This will last 3-4 more years because the upcoming movement in the league now is different. Jokic will fight you. John Morant will fight you. Trae Young will fight you. Luka will fight you.
Yeah,
like the league is going back.
A little bit.
I think too. That's one of the biggest criticisms of LeBron because when he came in, they wanted him to be like MJ and Kobe, but he did it his own way, and I think that's what people is mad about. That's what people mad about because he came in, he did it his own way. I'm not gonna be like Mike. I'm gonna be He's more
wild on that one.
Is he more of a Magic than Mike? He's more of a Magic, right?
He is. But I'm gonna tell you,
he can score.
Him saying I don't want to be like Mike is wild because he said he has tattoo. I'm the chosen one. He came in wearing number 23. He really wanted that Mike thing. But my statement is this: the only reason because I lived through that. I lived through him going to Miami.
Bro, think about it.
Why you think he kept thinking for years and wanted to change number 6 because he couldn't live up to Mike's standard.
That's my point. But that's why when he went to Miami and he changed numbers, it was so important because him going to team up with who at the time, and I know LeBron fans don't like to talk about this, Dwayne Wade at that time was the third or top 3 player in the world, man. You could make a case he was number 1. Yeah, so that was just like KD and Steph teaming up.
Hey, think about once Bron leaves, like the league's gonna feel so different though. Just think about once Bron leaves and then the next year happens, it's like
we saw it in 2019 though. The playoffs were lit in 2019.
Actually, the ratings were down. The ratings were down.
No, the ratings were actually down in 2019 because Bron was in the playoffs.
But the ratings are gonna keep going down every year because it's becoming a highlight game.
Yeah.
Me, especially living in Europe, is so tough. Like for me to catch games now that I have a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm. But which one you think is worse though? With KD going to Golden State or LeBron going to Miami, or is it equivalent?
KD by a million.
What do you mean is worse? Yeah.
But
KD lost to because KD lost to Golden State.
Because KD had it.
KD was a ready-made team. Because Miami the year before, we lost in the first round before Bron came.
Yeah.
The year before, the Warriors lost in the finals.
Yeah.
So, and that's the only reason he went. Because if they won 67, that finals, KD wouldn't have went.
Yep, 67 games, and then they won 73 games. So the Warriors were set. And my biggest issue was you blew a 3-1 lead to them dudes. You didn't just lose. Like
Yeah,
they,
Golden
they
State.
literally came a
Russ.
swagger jacket shit.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
you
Golden
talking
State won. Golden
So you
State
talking
won
about
the chip back in 2016. KD would
So are
not
you
be in Golden
talking
State.
about so you talking about like from a competitive standpoint? Like
Oh yeah.
why would
For sure.
oh,
Hmm.
okay,
I
cool.
mean,
I,
Dre,
I
hear
feel
me
you.
out. Hear me out. That's like LeBron in 2010 when he lost to the Celtics going to join the Big Three. Or
Man,
that's
bro.
like Kobe when he lost to the Suns in 06 and they blew a 3-1 lead going to join Steve Nash. Or MJ going to Detroit. Like,
But
it's
at
wild.
the same time,
I
the
get
way
it.
you have to look at it is because, like, I don't blame KD for doing that shit because it's like LeBron made it seem like this was the only way you were going to compete with the LeBron team because this is what LeBron was doing. He was recruiting guys and getting. What do you mean? Like when he went to go, bro? I don't think KD goes to Golden State if Braun never goes to Miami. I don't think that ever happens. Ever.
Bex, but be fair.
And then he went
in
back to Cleveland and got
2016.
Kyrie and Kevin Love. So
Yeah,
KD
but
got
in
to see
2000,
both of that happen. But before KD went to Golden State, LeBron made the Miami move and then made the move back to
I hear
Cleveland.
that.
So that's
but
two
people
big threes.
acting. But people acting like KD was playing in Charlotte, bro. That Oklahoma City team was as good as Cleveland, was as good as Golden State.
It's a different mentality. You have to team build now. Like, because that's what LeBron, that's his mentality. It's not about, we're just going to grow together and grow through the draft and be like, I'm going to stay on one team.
I understand that. I do. But my thing is this. KD had a squad to compete too. So my issue was, why would you leave?
Does KD go to Golden State if Braun never goes to Miami?
Of course not. Of course not.
Then. I would. That's where we're at.
I agree with you because Beck's because LeBron, as far as superstar wise, he had the blueprint for teams going for superstars going joining other stars. So
he got killed, bro. When he went to Cleveland that year,
it was worse. I've
never seen anything like that.
It was way worse than what Kevin Durant got.
Of course, I mean they hold LeBron as they should to a different standard.
When he went to Miami,
it was way worse than KD got because LeBron they were they
wait, hold on.
They hated LeBron.
More?
Yeah, Bex.
They hated
remember
KD?
that? You don't remember that?
Wait, hold on.
I remember that, bro. They hated LeBron personally because of that.
Because it was Cleveland and it was personal because he's from there. And KD wasn't.
No, bro. It was all over the world, bro. Everybody all over the world hated LeBron.
But hold on. Was not everyone calling KD's move weaker? Was that not what you were hearing around the world?
Yeah, but
it wasn't different. It wasn't the same.
But that was just Oklahoma. That was Oklahoma.
Yeah, but
City.
LeBron deserved it.
LeBron did.
That was universal.
Did that? Yeah, he was the first superstar to say "fuck the owners" and just like, "Yo, I'm gonna just do what I want." That's what I'm trying to get at. Nobody else is doing this shit.
That's why he was killed for it.
When you think whenever LeBron went to every arena, they was booing him. Every arena, they was booing LeBron.
No, only Golden State.
It was only the Thunder that was booing him, but LeBron, every arena was booing him. That's why the Game 6 against Boston was so artistic because it was 2 years of pressure just mounting into one moment.
But imagine if Braun lost Game 6 back in 2012, man, bro. I mean, Pat Riley said, if we lose Game 6 against Boston, we're breaking up the whole entire team.
Jeremy, to me, that's the most pressure any superstar has had since I started watching basketball.
But
Game 6, back in 2012, Braun,
and Kobe in 2010. Bro, Kobe in Game 7.
I will give LeBron his credit because he embraced that villain role. Because usually players don't want to be the considered the villain. I think LeBron he did a great job embracing that villain role.
But that's when he talked about it that year too. On that
being the villain's fun, honestly.
That interview we had 43 minutes. He's like, I tried to be the villain the first year, and I wasn't playing I wasn't playing my brand of basketball. And he's like, okay, had the conversation with D Wade and everything changed.
But like I said, it should took D Wade to have a conversation with you before you take over. But I understand you don't want to step on nobody's toes and want to run the team. But you LeBron at that time, you the best player in the world, bro. You got to take over, bro.
It wasn't clear. It wasn't clear.
He wasn't ready though, bro. There's a reason he went to the Heat, to Pat Riley, to D Wade. He needed that mentorship.
I'm talking about those finals. In those finals, bro, you got to take over, LeBron. I understand you got to stop trying to be past
2011.
Dre.
Yeah.
He did. He had the opportunity. Wait, hold on. Because he did have the opportunity to. He flopped. Because D-Wade took over the first 3 quarters, then handed the keys to LeBron. and he fucked
had
up.
an opportunity. Like LeBron, he was too busy trying to, defer to D Wade all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of trying to be a more, bro, you got fucking Jason Terry on you. Like, fucking dominate, bro.
Yeah, those 4 quarters.
But he learned. But he learned the next year.
Oh, yeah.
He learned the next year, so now it's history.
Yeah.
Hey,
but
for everybody watching the pod, I love LeBron James. I think he's the second greatest player ever. One of my 10 favorite players of all time. So I'm not hating on Buddy. It's just going around whatever conversation we have. I think he's a bad man. I have to let people know.
Longevity,
But in that finals, it just like it was so frustrating to watch him play. Cause I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
I'm with you.
Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you got Jason Terry on you, fucking JJ Barrell. Like, they should be averaging more points than you in the finals.
Yeah, I mean, granted they were playing a zone, but still, that was.
Yeah, Brian just looked lost. I
don't know, bro. But good thing he made it up the next season and season and later on. But it shouldn't took that to happen for you to.
But realistically, for everybody on here as well, enjoy it, man, because we don't know how much longer we're gonna have him on, and it's been a privilege for 19 years. I mean, seeing what he did last night, I'm like, Jesus Christ! Shout out to LeVar Ball, bro. He got his boys in the league, and now he's off media completely. He's a fucking goat, man. LeVar
was right. LeVar was right the whole time, though. We got to give it to him. He was right the whole time.
Fortunately, Lonzo's injured.
Especially with Lonzo and LaMelo.
Hopefully he comes back, man. He had a nasty knee injury.
Yeah,
Lonzo.
LaMelo,
he's gonna be out for like 2 more months, I think. Or
LaMelo gonna be. I already said LaMelo is the best out of all of them. So
it's not even close.
By a million.
It's not even close.
I've been saying that since like years before. I said LaMelo gonna be the best.
I said it since he was playing in Australia. LaMelo Ball in 5 to 6 years will probably be the best point guard in the league.
Yeah, he's already trending towards there. So yeah, he's doing a great job.
Honestly, he reminds me of Magic. Because the Hornets are like Showtime. Because the way they play is literally like that Lakers team.
Miles Bridges.
That's how
in-game dunks.
Bro.
Man.
Look what he did to Miles Bridges' career, bro. He saved Miles Bridges' career.
Yeah.
Because Miles Bridges wasn't even cracking 10 points per game, I don't think, prior to LaMelo getting drafted.
Imagine like John Collins being in Charlotte.
Oh, imagine, John Collins.
Atlanta shot the bet too by not trading before Ben Simmons. But that's not here nor there.
No, Atlanta should have traded for Jaylen Brown.
They should have.
That's what I think they should trade for. They still have a chance.
I think, but
there's something we didn't talk about. A trade. The Clippers trade. Powell, Covington. Oh, it's your boy Dame.
There's one thing this means.
I know it's all pod. My bad. I just brought it up.
It's all right. You good, man.
One thing that this means for Portland that they're trading Dame or CJ in the next coming weeks. I think they're completely letting it go because that Eric Bledsoe shit made no sense to me.
That trade, bro, first of all, the Clippers finessed the Blazers.
They did. They finessed
for sure. No, but I think they're going straight for picks. I think you know what? Call me crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if Damian Lillard gets traded for Ben Simmons.
You think they're gonna trade all of them so they can build around Simon?
Yep, I think they'll do it in the next upcoming weeks. Tough. Good pickup.
I think it's time to
pick them up.
Just let it go.
He's so huge.
And then go ahead and do I think Brown with Sixers would be great.
Brown with who?
Jaylen Brown.
Brown
Sixers.
With the Sixers. And then Ben Simmons with the Celtics.
The Boston Celtics won't do it, but they should.
Yeah,
I think Damian Lillard is going to go to Philly now. I'm not going to lie to you. Now that I come to really think about it, I think
it's going to happen.
Yep, and I think
it could happen next few days. I'm not even going to lie to you. I think it could happen in the next few days, like now.
Dame would fit a lot better with Joel Embiid than James Harden would.
How? How? Because think about it. Dame Lillard, he needs the ball too.
He does, but he can do a lot of stuff with less dribbles than Harden can, in my opinion.
But is he a better playmaker than Harden?
No. I think, but I think Dame is a lot more comfortable not having the ball almost every possession. I think he lets CJ dance sometimes. CJ has been averaging over 22 points per game. A lot of the times he's been playing with Dame. I think even last year, James Harden surprised me. Last year, James Harden was incredible, like 24, 8, and 11. But
I think he can do that with the Sixers.
That'll be a good look. I gotta see it again though.
But Tony, we gotta get on Jeremy because he been hating on CJ McCollum.
Man, that's corny, bro. That's corny, Jeremy. What's up with you, man?
What does he say about him?
Him and Brad, like, I don't know, bro. He's saying that CJ McCollum is not it's only like a third option. Borderline all like, bro.
I said at least like second option.
But you say he can't. You don't see him having his own team.
I don't know.
Being a number one,
right? Are you saying like be like the top dog? Like
be a number one option?
I think he can.
Fuck, and do what?
Exactly. I think that's a good question. I do think
if you put CJ McCollum, he's gonna be an all-star every year.
No, I think that's unfair right now. But I will tell you this: I think if you put CJ with Joel Embiid,
right?
I think if you put CJ with Joel Embiid, they're a championship contender.
We're seeing it now. CJ's the number one right now. He's been that way for 2 weeks.
It's been times where Dame has like damn near shrunk like under pressure, and CJ McCollum has always delivered.
He won them the series against Denver.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
But he also fucked up a few times.
Of course.
Yeah.
I do think he's on the same level as Jamal Murray.
Maybe slightly higher though. Maybe slightly higher.
I don't know, man. Not playoff performance wise, because I think
Becks, it's unfair, man. You don't know how Jokic makes them so much better than they really are.
He has Dame too. He has Dame to take pressure off him too. So that's not fair, bro. If you're looking at Dame as that high of a player, then I'm talking about double
pressure off.
Right.
Nikola Jokic gets him so many easier buckets than Dame could ever get CJ. At the end of the day, they're taking turns. It's like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They don't take pressure off each other at all because all they do is take turns. Just like
they
CJ
were still keying up on Murray, bro. They were still trying to double him. Murray was doing crazy things like in that playoff run. Because bro, by the time they played the Lakers, like they knew Jamal Murray was the guy and had to key up on him because he was doing that in prior series. So like, and they still couldn't do it. There were games that they couldn't contain him. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it went 6. It went 6.
I think Jokic playing with Jokic is unfair. That's like playing with Bill Walton.
There was a lot of games he got in foul trouble, though, bro. You have to acknowledge that. There are a lot of moments where Murray did step up especially against y'all.
Of course he stepped up, but my point is,
when he wasn't on the floor,
he's
when
doing
Jokic
nothing
wasn't on the floor.
That I don't think CJ can do either.
I'm with you. I'm with you on CJ, like in terms of skill. I think he's like top 7, arguably maybe, around that. Definitely top 10 easy in the league. But I think that's it.
Yeah.
That's about it. I don't see him being like anything more than what he's
been.
He's a good role player. Like he's a good number 2, not a role player.
I just think I would love for him to get traded to a team where he has an opportunity though. I think with us he'll be solid. I think with Philly he'll be disgusting. I think with
Pelicans.
No, Brandon Ingram is tough to play with.
Yeah, he is. He's learning though. Brandon Ingram's getting better. He's getting better with getting his teammates involved.
Bro, the Pelicans, I don't know what they doing, bro. They should build around Brandon Ingram more than Zion.
Yeah, but Brandon Ingram's
only because Zion is hurt, bro. Only because
Brandon Ingram's injury prone too.
Even with like Zion being like healthy, they should build.
Don't do that.
Not Zion.
Don't do that. Everything healthy people are wild.
They doing it,
Zion
bro.
is a monster when else.
I feel you, but they're only doing it because of hype.
No,
bro.
Man, no. Don't do that. Don't do that because when you go out averaging 24 and like 68%, ain't nothing. I don't give a fuck how you gain your buckets. 24 is 24 and 68%, 68%. You get some shooters around this.
Wait, what do you mean? How you getting your buckets? Wait, I'm trying to figure out though. What do you mean by that?
Becks, because he's a skill guy. Everything has to come off of art on basketball and dribbling and shooting. Bro, shut up,
skilled. Bro. Zion is skilled.
He's skilled.
Do you not remember what was happening last year? They were fucking putting him as a point guard.
And
they were putting Lonzo off the ball, and they made him the guy who's bringing it up. And then he killed that role too. And then they were winning more games when they were putting him in that role. So it's like I don't think we've seen the max potential out of him because I think
he's a good passer.
He's giving me
handles.
He's Blake Griffin. He's kind of like a Blake Griffin.
No. They're completely different.
I think he's better than Blake.
Maybe a slightly like a souped up version of Blake Griffin.
Because he's a point, but Zion has some point guard traits in him, which is why I posted when I uploaded his videos a couple years back. And the same thing I said about LaMelo. There's some instincts in the game, some passes, some stuff that you can't really judge of statistics too that he got, man. The thing is, he just won't stay healthy. And I don't know how committed he is to staying in shape.
He got at least get like a little 15-footer or something.
I think he would have got it. Thing is, I think his career's over.
Yeah. I think he's Sean Kemp before Sean Kemp had a.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
You think think it's over?
I think it's over. I think if he ever comes back, he will never. I hope I'm wrong. I I don't think I will ever see another 24 point per game season from him because his biggest power is his athleticism, just like Blake. Y'all know how nasty Blake was in 2011.
Yeah. But he changed. But you see, he changed his game when he got to like later on in his career when his athleticism started to go down. He changed his game, and now he's Blake Griffin. But now he's better now than he was with the Clippers.
He can't get minutes. How does that work?
I'm talking about
Blake Griffin
when he was with Detroit. I'm talking about when he got to Detroit, he changed his game up. He was still putting up 24 and
yeah, the year they made the playoffs, he was dominant.
He was, but I still think it's important to rely on your strengths. His strengths were taken away from him. I think if he still had that level of athleticism, that's why LeBron has been special all this time because he has never lost his strength. He's never lost his syrup.
But you gotta form something else when that don't work. You gotta form something else. That's what I'm talking about with Zion. Like when his athleticism goes down, what else can you do? What you got to do something else.
He's too young to be thinking about that. That's the problem.
That's
he's
my
point. Too early in his career.
No, I'm saying once he get older, like when your athleticism started to decline.
We might not even get to that point.
I don't think we'll get to that either.
Bro, and I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, go ahead, Becks. My bad.
This will be quick. Just with his knees, I even think even if he does lose the weight and get in shape, his knees might be just permanently damaged at this point.
Yep.
You never know because, bro, I could not believe what he looked like just a few weeks ago, or a month ago. The shape that he was in, he was like, people are saying like 350, 360. I'm like, bro, and you're too big. You already know that. And the fact that he didn't even care and he just recently hired a trainer, I'm like, bro, you've been in the league for 2 years. Why didn't you have a trainer at Duke too?
But I think
actually in Duke, he looked great. I thought he was in great shape.
He looked amazing in Duke. I watched a couple highlights back.
Perfectly stacked.
I told Jeremy, I said, I think he's doing that to get out of New Orleans.
Of course, he wants to play. Of course, he's going to be in New York. Duh.
Yeah, but he can't move, bro.
You can't play with that. You can't play with health like that when you're like this, dude. It's
you
like
can't
Michael
play
Porter.
that much weight. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. It's just some people are just fragile. I would say even Derrick Rose, man.
Porter been injury prone since like college, so it's like
high school since senior year in high school.
Yeah,
the end.
So that's why he dropped in the draft. Yeah,
exactly, because he was the best player in that draft.
He could have been number one in the draft, but he went down to like 14th. Yeah.
Which was a steal, but that's why when they gave him the money, I was so worried. I'm like, bro, you're paying.
I was happy for him, but I mean, when they did good,
way too early.
Yeah, he did good. Exactly. I said it boy, they gave Porter that much money way too early. Like he only had one good season, bro, and he just threw $200+ million at him, bro.
He didn't do anything to earn 200.
There's only one injury prone guy. There's only one injury prone guy that I will give money to, and that's Kevin Durant.
He's not injury prone like that.
No,
he's pretty injury prone.
Drew, you're crazy,
career, bro.
Drew, you're crazy.
In OKC, bro.
2015, he missed it completely, and Russ got him to the 8th seed. No, he didn't make the 8th seed. He had to play.
No, injuries don't affect him. No, but listen, injuries don't affect KD because he comes back better than ever. That's the one thing you can say about him. But he does.
That's why I would praise him.
No, I wouldn't say injury prone, but he has some big minor injuries.
Dre, he didn't play the All-Star game last year either, and he talked about it in his podcast. I can't wait to play this All-Star game. He got hurt again.
Wait, remember against the Raptors?
Injury prone is like Anthony Davis.
He's on that level. He plays a little bit more, but
no, I wouldn't say that.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
I think KD's just a better player than AD.
That's facts too.
I wouldn't say he's on that type of level with Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis
he's slightly less.
Because with Anthony Davis, as soon as he lands, you might think he fucking tore something. Like he's like Anthony Davis is made out of glass. Like he's so fragile. Like bro,
I hate AD's motor anyways. I can't stand him. But yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
also
surprised
think
that
with
they
the
gave
AD
Porter
shit,
Jr.
it's hard to tell because I think with like the Lakers, I think there are a lot of games that they rest him more games than he probably needs. So with KD being concerned, like, bro, he just said it. Like, leave me on the court. Like, I'll die on the court. Fuck my minutes restriction. Fuck the fact that I'm playing the most minutes in the league and when I'm just coming off an Achilles injury. Like, he just got a different mentality.
Didn't he have a month off last year as well throughout this time? Because he didn't play in the All-Star game. And he talked about it on his podcast a couple of weeks ago that he had.
But KD wasn't hurt. He wasn't hurt.
He was hurt last year.
It was because of rest.
Bro, there was a game they brought him in the second half. Like, he didn't play the first half because of one of his injuries. That's like the weirdest shit I ever seen.
I mean, last year it made sense. Last year I was so scared for KD. I didn't even want him to go to the Olympics. I'm like, bro, don't go, bro. Just stay home, bro. I want to see you hoop when it matters.
What do you mean you don't like Anthony Davis' motor? You don't like his
listen, everything. He's waiting for a guy in his 19th season to come save his career again. Like Kevin Garnett played injured. Tim Duncan played injured. Dirk Nowitzki played injured. Charles Barkley played injured. Like Karl Malone played injured. Like, bro, LeBron James should not be doing this 50 games and 25, 30, 40, 50 games into the season. He's in the 19th year. He should be chilling until the playoffs. Then he can activate God mode. And Anthony Davis is 28 years old. Bro, play, bro. You're good enough to get us some dubs against some teams out there.
This is where I also blame LeBron, though, because he also wanted AD. He's the one that made that shit happen. And he was injury-prone before the Lakers got him. And the same thing with Russ. The same thing with Russ. He pushed for Russ.
Who could we get, though? Who could we get other than AD? We got a championship. We got what we wanted.
But I think that's it. That's how I look at it. I'm like, yo, the LeBron AD team, you did what you needed to do. Yeah. Now, if LeBron retires and then the Lakers are still asked, that's a different discussion. You know what I mean? Like, you got what you needed out of this.
Yeah, we got what we need out of this trade. Yeah.
But
that's it. It's done.
But Bex, I got a question, though. Do you think that LeBron is kind of like messing up the Lakers' future?
Of course.
Like, once he retires, like, then, like...
Dre,
I mean,
just like Kobe,
any team that
like
gets
Kobe
him is doing that.
It's just like Kobe,
it's a risk you're willing to take because it worked. They got a chip out of it.
Yeah,
even if they suck for the next 15 years, they can always look back to this moment and be like, "Hey."
But you got some people out there that feel like that LeBron is not about the Lakers. He's all about LeBron.
Of course,
yeah, he is.
But it don't matter because what benefits LeBron benefits us at the end of the day. We got what we want to do. We tied the Boston Celtics for rings.
Every team he went to, he got a chip. So it's like you're gonna get something out.
Yeah, which is all we care about.
And I don't.
It's fucked up that you got to get Chris Paul, man. Damn.
Don't talk to me about that, man, because that's a Miami. I have a post on my Facebook. I went back and looked at it. I was laughing. I uploaded at like 2 a.m. because I stayed up for the news, and I got the news. I'm like, Chris Paul at Lake. I'm going crazy. I put it as my wallpaper and everything on Facebook. I wake up, he ain't a Lake no more. What's going on, bro? We got jumped, bro.
They ain't want Kobe get that 6th ring, bro.
Would have been beautiful, man, because we would have beat Miami.
I don't know about that. It depends who you guys had on the bench.
We would have jumped them. And Chris Paul would have been crazy. Chris Paul would have been wild.
I don't know. It would have been a great finals, but I don't know about beating Miami.
Because we were going to get Dwight, too. So it was going to be Dwight, Chris Paul, and Cole.
Y'all would have got Dwight.
Yeah, that was the plan. Because we traded Gasol for Chris Paul. We traded Gasol and Odom. And then we had Bynum, which we're going to package for Dwight. That was what's going on anyways. So we were going to get those 3 to match up against Miami, and it would have been a fucking movie.
Thanks, David Stern. Thanks, David Stern, because he said it was for basketball reasons.
No.
David, that's what David Stern said. It was for basketball reasons.
But I'm glad that the Lakers did not go for Anthony Davis that year, LeBron's first year in LA, because they would have to play and try to get in the playoffs, and then like all that just to lose in the first round. So it's like I'm glad you guys didn't go.
The only thing that sucks is that LeBron got the groin injury in December because we were the 4th seed. So we were a good team.
That was crazy. I think y'all could have went to the conference finals.
Yeah, we could have. Other than Golden State, nobody scares me.
Yeah, y'all would have lost to Golden State, but like, yeah, I think you could have went to the conference finals before you got hurt.
I hear that.
Or you could have lost in the first round, and LeBron would have been like, "Oh, I did my part." Either or.
To who?
You know.
To who?
You know. Whoever. Whoever. It doesn't matter.
Whoever.
He blamed the supporting cast.
Unless I still I've said it too a lot of times. Last year to me was an anomaly because LeBron averaged 23 points. So when we see a healthy LeBron James, I think it takes a squad to get this dude out. So.
Yeah, LeBron and AD was compromised, so we can't
Right.
Yeah, I think the Suns still got us. And
yeah, go ahead.
Devin Booker wanted it, bro. So
yeah,
but they rushed. They rushed LeBron to come back by the end of the season because he was still having that ankle injury.
Not really. Who they rushed was AD. AD rushed him back, having to play. He played like 2 minutes and then got out, trying to play his Willis Reed shit. Shut the fuck up, go sit down.
I'm talking about like when the season was ending before the playoffs, like when they were struggling like to win games.
Yeah, AD rushed himself back though. I don't know why he wanted to come back.
When they was
facts, Jeremy.
Yeah,
the injury was serious itself. Like I think AD had like a strained groin. I'm like, dude, like groin injuries are like weeks. Like, bro, you can't come back in
what
one
it
day.
was. They got Schroeder and then Harrell, right? So the supporting cast was different. And that year, they hadn't had enough games to play with each other to get chemistry. So that's why I think LeBron was rushing back because that was a different team than the team they want to chip with.
Yeah.
So,
Man.
What's the worst team in the league for y'all?
Who's the worst team?
Oh my God, take your pick.
With zero future. With zero future.
Orlando.
Over Sacramento?
Yeah, because at least they got more future than Orlando. We don't know what the fuck the future gonna hold for Orlando. And so they got Cole Anthony. I like Cole Anthony.
And they got Jalen Suggs too.
Yeah, Jalen Suggs.
I like Orlando over Sacramento. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sacramento, man.
Sacramento.
I like Halliburton, bro. I really like Halliburton.
I agree with you, Becks, but I like De'Aaron Fox, and I like DeMarcus.
I like Halliburton,
and I like Tyreek Evans.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if you're talking about just strictly Sacramento, yeah, but I think like a guy like Halliburton with Sacramento, he's so coveted around the league because like I was having a discussion with somebody like him and Lonzo.
Relax.
No, but listen, they're the two guards in the league. They're two of the best guards in the league that can play on or off the ball, like anytime, any place, anywhere, with anybody. So that's what makes Halliburton and Lonzo perfect fits with anyone. That's why, like with Chicago, he was a perfect fit. You don't need to feed Lonzo; he'll just stay quiet.
Lonzo to me is a top 3 championship point guard in the league to me.
I think Halliburton can get to that level.
Right.
Halliburton's already really great. I think Halliburton's already. Yeah, he can. Halliburton's already better than Lonzo offensively.
It don't matter. You can have that.
He's better than Lonzo.
I had Lonzo defensive player of the year the first month of the season.
Yeah, he was up there.
He was up there. Motherfucker defensively, bro.
I mean, they had Caruso too. Like it was hard to tell who was.
I love Caruso, man.
Caruso was just as good.
Lonzo.
I mean, Caruso's. I mean, look at y'all this year. His defense. He was
of course,
one of the main.
Man, I miss him, bro. He's one of my favorite players. Caruso, the GOAT.
Defensively,
but Becks, before we end this, give me your top 10 players of all time.
Oh my God, we're doing this.
I already got Tonio, but I got Tonio.
You do?
Yeah, I got Tonio's, but he showed me.
Thing is, mine usually changes, man. Depends what kind of mood I'm in. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I hate these lists.
Or at least give me your 5. Give me your lock, like your lock 5.
Oh, locks like top 5. I'd say MJ, Bron, Larry, Magic,
Kareem.
Kareem. Yeah. Kareem, yeah. So those would be like my lock. I have Duncan in there. I have Kobe in there.
Diesel.
I have Hakeem. I have Shaq. Yeah, Shaq, Hakeem, Duncan. See, there's guys before my time. Like I don't know how to. That's why I don't like doing this thing, because I look at it like 80s and up. That's my list. My list is 80s and up.
In the last 2 weeks, no, that's cap. In the last month, right before I activated my Instagram, I got re-educated on Bill Russell, and he climbed up a lot of my list too. I thought he was kind of buns. And then I started looking at the big games, and like having a 30 rebound at Game 7 against Will Chamberlain is tough to me.
It was also like 4 teams in the league, and half of them were insurance salesmen. There's insurance salesmen in about 30,
I agree with
50%
you.
of the league. Yeah,
I agree
guys
with
didn't
you.
know how to play basketball.
It's also, man,
That's why it's hard.
But is Will?
But I think my standard is the best for our age generation, like group, because 80s
like
and up is fair enough. Like 80s, okay, that's when it's like it's more close to modern basketball.
No, but go ahead, Drew.
No, but think about it. The 80s too. The teams in the league were the same from 80s till now. Like that's what I'm trying to get at. Like it's mostly been the same.
No, I agree with you. And my thing is also like people like Baron Davis saying that Magic Johnson in 2001 was beating the championship Lakers teams in pickup games. Now my thing is, I think their players when they meet each other, so the past and present and future have always met each other. That's why I think players will translate. I don't think Magic will be a point in today's league, but I think he would be a Nikola Jokic type of dude. He'll be a power forward. He'd be playmaking off the mid post. He'd be doing a different game. I think Larry Bird, we're witnessing what Larry Bird is. Larry Bird is Jokic on steroids.
Charles Barkley would not be a power forward.
Chuck, hey, man, I don't know. Jaylen Brown is playing power forward.
What would he be?
He have to.
What would he be?
Chuck could play power forward.
Chuck would be a small forward.
Chuck would be the best rebounder in the league.
Wait, hold on.
Or he could be a hybrid. He could be like a hybrid.
Wait, but I don't get it. Because Chuck was dominating at the 4 undersized
against bigger people
in a big league, in a big boy league.
But he's 6'4".
Yeah, but he was doing it against
You're
bigger
making
people,
my point better. He would be better today because there aren't any fucking 7 foot.
I don't know.
Every team.
Yeah,
with the small ball.
Nah, Dre, he's preaching, bro. Because pay attention. Look, Mutombo, Mourning, Ewing, Olajuwon, Shaq,
Hakeem,
Carmelo, Hakeem Olajuwon.
So is he doing that like against like
Rodman,
Giannis? He doing that against Giannis or?
Yeah. Like he's a better version of Zion.
Chuck is getting his, bro. Chuck is getting his, bro.
He's a better version of Zion.
He'd be good, but I don't think he'd just be like.
Bro, Barkley used to take it to Malone. Bro, he used to take it to everyone, bro.
Chuck would be a better Zion Williamson.
Back then, there were better defensive bigs too. I think. So
yeah, for sure.
He was dominating, bro. He was dominating everyone.
It was
no spacing league.
No, it wasn't better defensively than the 2000s. The spacing was
for the big men.
Oh, big man. Okay, got you.
Keep in mind, there was no 3-second rule back then either. So Olajuwon was waiting for him.
Back then, fours weren't spotting up the 3-point line.
What you say, Drew?
Charles Barkley, the reason that the 3-point second in the paint is like there anyway.
No, he changed the rule because he used to back people down for over 5 seconds.
he the reason.
He used to back people down for 15 seconds on the shot clock to get a bucket.
Who, Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck.
Yeah, bro. Chuck, that's the reason they implemented the rule, bro.
Chuck.
Yeah, I know, dude.
But Drew, you were going to say something before we got into this.
It
was sounding interesting.
Oh yeah, but I think, do you guys think that Will is better than Bill Russell?
No.
In terms of better player, as a better player, he's not better than Bill. He's not better than Bill Russell.
I will tell you
Bill Russell dominated him in the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, I think just because your stats scream out more, I think if you understand your role to perfection, man, Bill Russell had a good team too, bro.
Yeah.
Bill Russell did.
Yeah, but Russell had like 4 or 5 like Hall of Famers on his team, so I mean,
no, but
again, this is hard to tell though, because those Hall of Famers, I mean, it's hard to tell what that meant back then.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to get at. It's like, what does that mean if you're playing against you're in a 14 league, and half the league wasn't really playing basketball?
League, but yeah, it was a little bit saturated.
It's like an 18 league, bro.
Like
come on, man.
You're getting the very best in the world, though.
And you can't tell me all 8 of those teams had.
Huh? You can't do that. You can't do that.
Can't do what?
You gotta crawl before you can walk, man. Like they had to travel in cars for 4 days to play a game.
No. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, bro. I'm just talking about like when people ask me like, "Oh, rank your all-time best." It's like that's how I look at it. I look at it 80s up. Like it's when you
back then.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And the crazy thing is,
why is that crazy? It's before your time too, bro.
Oh, what's crazy?
No, it is before my time. You're preaching, but that would be like me disrespecting. How do I say this? Like me disrespecting. It's a completely different scenario, and it will sound crazy because, of course, what MLK did was so much bigger than what any basketball player could ever do. But it was that, you know what I'm saying? And Bill Russell stood up to next to MLK.
But
like Bill Russell was going into bathrooms that you couldn't go to because it was only for white people. Like Bill Russell was dealing with so much shit that you got to take into account so that the 70s could go on to and the 80s could go on to. And Will Chamberlain took it to Kareem. And
I'm looking at how you took it to Mike. Basketball. No, I'm with you, but I'm talking about like how you compare basketball. Because the way it was played back then, 60s, 70s, was different. I think from 80s till now, it's the most like closest thing to like, even though there was more of a big man league,
if you are talking about more players, I understand what you're trying to say.
There's coach. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. It's like from the 80s on, you can compare styles a little bit more. The hand checking rule, okay, that's fine. But it was
I get it too, but man, I don't know, man. I respect so much. Like even
I respect them. No question.
To Dre's point, man, he had Jerry West at the end. Jerry West was still a bucket. And
Jerry West was a beast.
They lost to New York.
But I feel like, to me, I just feel like Will was a better player, but like Bill Russell had a better team.
No, but they were a better team because they had Bill Russell. That's the thing. Yeah, it's kind of the way that Jokic plays, but the way that Bill Russell created,
on the Celtics,
they doesn't do the same thing because Will was a black hole. Will was
I can see like,
he will absorb everything. Like Bill Russell will get his points off dirty, offensive glass. He'll run the floor.
Yeah, I know.
He'll set pick and rolls. He'll do type of different stuff that Wilt wanted the ball in the post. Wilt wanted to take.
Maybe he learns that with Auerbach though. Maybe he learns that going.
That's
to
a good
Auerbach
point.
Going
That's
to
a different story. Yeah. I don't know if he does though, because in college he was doing disgusting things.
Because look at
but even with the three teams that he got to compete with, I mean, they were playing with Chucks on. They were playing with fucking like.
How many Hall of Famers did Russell have though?
He has
at least like Jones. 4 or 5.
Like 8.
But be fair, like Jeremy. Be fair, bro. Sam Jones averaged 16 a game. Like they're just Hall of Famers because they have 11 rings.
Yeah,
well, I try to get it, but
all right, Hondo's a Hall of Famer. Bob Cousy's a Hall of Famer, but other than that,
and back then players had second jobs back. They had more than one job back then. So
hey, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like it's different responsibilities, man. You had to go take the garbage out and then try to get buckets. That's wild. That's OD. You gotta give respect to people for that.
And this has been a great episode, man.
I appreciate you guys having me on, man. It's been a while. Y'all real ones. I'm about to go on Instagram and get this live going because I'm late to the party. But we out here.
All right, y'all. This is it. I know. Shoot, I think we went on like 3 hours, did we?
Yeah, this is
holy shit, bro. I told you I was gonna show y'all love, man. I told you I was gonna show y'all love.
About to be hella everything.
Yeah,
but man. But Tonio, Becks, appreciate you guys being on. Hopefully, we do this. We can do this thing again. One day when everybody got free time and all that. But it's episode 40. Nothing But That podcast.
Yeah,
we out.
Yeah.